What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Shorty Logic Podcast, Ladies
Woo,
Night.
woo, woo, woo.
And we got a little fun topic tonight. I'm going to go ahead and let my co host introduce herself and the topic.
Hello, this is Blessed, and the topic tonight is going to be if for one day, if you could just do any crime that you could do and not be in trouble for it, what would it be?
Ooh, honey. And the plot thickens.
Mm, mm.
So, if you could commit any crime for one day and it's legal, what would you do?
I tell
What's some
you
of
what
the
I
things?
would do. I'm gonna read what I put.
Okay.
I would reverse the roles with the privileged. I will go to the entire billion to every entire billionaire and bank account and give back to the poor and every black person, give them back everything that was promised to us back in our history. I would give them, we can't give you 40 acres and a mule, but we can give you everything they got. We can split it. That's what I would do. I don't give a damn how
Ooh,
much
the
it come
48
out, but
acres in
everybody
the
gonna
middle.
get something. Huh?
Okay. I said plus the 48 acres and a
But
mule.
we take that shit too.
Okay. Take all the
Yeah,
things.
one day I'll clear out every billionaire bank account, every single one of them. Whoever been living privileged, I'm gonna let you reverse them roles. I want you to live like we done lived all our lives to see if you can survive 1 hour.
That's the
Forget one
best
day,
one.
1 hour.
That's the best one. That's the
Mm-hmm.
best one. Mm. Well,
What would
you
you
know
do,
what?
Rashid?
I had a hard time with this topic because I was like, you know, the the morals in me said you wouldn't commit no crime because you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got to thinking, I'm on the type time you on bless. Like I would have to go open up shop on all the millions and trillionaires. And I would have to snatch all them coins up and
Mm-hmm.
make it right throughout the government.
That's right.
First of all, I'm gonna change some paperwork on some people because we gotta get some people up there in office that's gonna do the right things. So
Mm-hmm.
I would change some positions up and everything. I don't care what kind of crime it is, but I would definitely do that. And I ain't gonna lie, it's two people right now in this world that I would go and rob them blind, take their titles away from them, and make them broke as hell. Two particular people. I ain't gonna say their names because I don't want to get shot. But it's two particular people I would definitely set it off on.
Right.
Yep. Then I would go and I would erase a lot of people's criminal background
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of people that is locked up right now for no reason at all. Not just
Right.
it's not just it. You people think when you go to prison that everybody's a hardened criminal, but not everybody's a hardened
Right.
criminal
True.
now. So I would have to go set some of my people free.
Mm-hmm.
Set some people free.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, I'm going to snatch some land. I'm going to snatch some coins. I am going to walk right up on the lot and get to my dream vehicle, and I'm going to open up shop out of the states. Hmm I got a whole lot of shit that I want to do. I got a whole lot of shit that I want to do. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
like I just
I'm
want to
with
go
you.
and get that taken care of, and then so when it goes back to being illegal, ain't shit they could do to me.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. It makes 110%.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. And then another
Hmm
thing I feel like I would do, I'm gonna go to all of our people and erase the student loan debt.
Oh
Give all
yeah.
our people, just some countries don't even pay to go to college. Why do we?
hmm
I would erase that
hmm
debt, and then these credit card loans our people got that they tricked us into getting. Let's get rid
Oh
of all
yeah.
that. Let's get rid of all debt, all black debt. Because I feel like we done worked and built this country for all those years for free on our backs. Then everything that we done got in debt with, let's go ahead and erase that because y'all owe us that.
Oh yeah.
That's what I feel
I'll
like
take
I
care of a
would do.
lot of things. I would
Mm-hmm.
take care of a lot of things. Like I said, I would take care of a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things, and then I would get it legalized on paper. So then, when the one day set your soul free is over, ain't
Mm-hmm.
nothing they can do to me
And nothing
about it.
they can do to touch it.
Not a
That's
damn
right.
thing.
That's right.
Because then I'm gonna really set it off around here. I'm gonna really set it off around here. Yeah. Then I got some little crazy crimes I like to commit just because I want to do it. Just like you know, I don't know. It just varies. It just varies. It's a thought process on the stuff.
I got a couple things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run up in Chris Brown's house. Just
What?
take him down.
Why was I going to say? Why was I going to say? And I was like, I don't want to come off aggressive, and I don't want Chris Brown to take this personal, but I would definitely run off of his crib,
Baby,
and I would take full advantage of him. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to tell you.
Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Chris Brown, you're going to get it that day, and it's going to be legal.
No, I'm telling you, and I love chocolate, but the thing is, that's one of them light skins I had to take over.
Baby, that Christopher Brown is where it's at. Y'all got him messed up.
Ooh,
he's everybody's dream man. I don't care what you say.
Dang. Okay. I was like, ooh, I have to do that. But I was like, I ain't gonna say it because I don't want to sound aggressive, you know.
But I definitely gonna be aggressive.
I feel like every woman got that one guy that if they could, they roll up on and set it off on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. I used to be like it about Tupac, baby.
Yeah,
girl. Please.
Yeah,
please. In my dreams, I raped him many days.
I got a couple, but now that I think about a couple, I got the guy that plays on Queen Sugar. The little slender dark dude. Huh? Never heard of it. Oh girl, he's fine. He's fine as one. He is like he's like fondue. He's like a chocolate fountain.
Not fondue.
Girl, you can just sit there, just watch the chocolate just bubble over all day long. Except I get a choice, I get to eat it.
Okay. Melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Ain't no hands gonna be needed.
Okay, this is about to take a turn to we got to go left.
Okay, sorry. Let's get back to the program. Back to
the regular scheduled program.
I want to know, but I want to hear in the comments, like I want the ladies to chime in, come in here and tell me what's some of the crimes they would commit if it was legal. Because I would love to hear what other people would do.
But Javante Brown said, I have a crime that I will commit. Okay, what would that be?
What's the crime? Can't wait to see this because I know he's gonna say something reckless. Girl. He gonna say something reckless. Another crime I would do is I would make myself president.
Oh, okay.
I would make myself
president. What would you change as president?
As president, I would change the healthcare system. I would dummy down the Medicare system because the Medicare system is a big old joke. A lot of people are on medicines that really everything is, I feel like mental is attached to it. I mean, the important things I will keep, but as far as like people needing the real assist, people who really need assistance will get it. And the people that just play in the system, I have to knock them out the box. So I have to change how that operation works. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that I would change.
I would change people's Social Security. They worked hard for that. Give them their shit.
Absolutely. You pay into something, you deserve to have it. I also would do something with property tax for people because I feel like if you purchase a home or purchase land, you should not have to pay taxes on it because it belongs to you.
Exactly.
So that would be another big thing for me. Is that whatever you paid into that is supposed to be rightfully yours. Yeah. I will make sure that it is rightfully yours and that we don't benefit off none of that.
Absolutely.
What do you say?
Devontae says, I will go to Dubai and rob all the trillionaires and billionaires and take the rest of America have any gold bricks left. And I most definitely will take a rental and run people over. Oh Lord have mercy.
Damn. You can down with your shit.
Oh Lord, he's okay.
He getting valid with his shit.
So we don't want to kill anybody. We don't want to run anybody over because I mean,
getting all aggressive and stuff. Pipe down. Damn.
Take all the money, but leave the people alone. Don't kill the people now.
I know one thing. If crime was legal for one night, I definitely ain't rolling with your ass.
I know that's right because we're gonna go to jail the next day because you can't get away with murders forever.
Right. What do you say?
A crime is a crime. No. I don't agree. Because murder will give you life. Just stealing, they give you years, but they gonna give you life. But it's
you must be forgetting that it's only legal for one day.
One day. Yeah.
That means the next day they come and snatch your ass up. So you ain't doing nothing that's gonna back you up when the next day happens.
Exactly. You killing people, run them over. That's not legal. No. You can't change it up. If a crime was legal for one day, that means any crime. Oh, you want to purge? Is that what you're saying? You want to purge?
Apparently so.
This nigga want to purge. Listen, I can't. Purge was one night legal now. Purge was one day legal. And then nothing ever happened to you the next day. But don't you get that stuff started, because there's people out here that's crazy as hell. And do y'all remember back about, what was it, about 10 years ago or something like that, when Purge first came out with Louisville, Kentucky did that Purge? I know I can't be the only one remember that shit. They purged. If anybody remember that, chime in. I'm telling y'all, I can remember listening to the police scanner riding down the street, and they said, we got somebody coming down the street right now. He's fucking a cat. I don't know what was going on, but they said somebody was messing with a cat. See, he said, yes, I remember. I always listen to the police scanner. I'm just telling y'all now. On that night of the purge, these fools was going ape shit. The police couldn't hold them. They couldn't keep up with them. And on the police scanner, the guy said, there's somebody walking down Broadway and he's fucking a cat. I said, he's doing what with a what? I fell out. I was like, I know you're lying. But yes.
That shit is diabolical.
It's listen, be lucky you weren't living in Louisville. Be lucky you weren't living in Louisville the day of the purge. It was
you damn right. I'm so glad I wasn't there. And I'm born and raised. Really, I'm so glad I went there when the purge happened. That's insane. But I will say this. It is not uncommon. It's just uncommon in the city.
Oh yeah, because they mess with animals all the time. Let's talk about the lambs. You know, sheep have to be registered because they have the same genitalia as a woman.
Honey, I seen a video where a guy was humping a donkey.
Yeah. Sheep, donkeys, anything that bent over, it's fair game. People nasty as hell. I done seen one with a couple horses. We ready to go some other direction.
Yeah. Back to the crimes and not those type of crimes. Not those type of crimes.
This show can go either way. I'm telling you, it can go either way. It can get real. Oh my God.
I would turn a couple of businesses into mine. I would take a couple of people's businesses away from them. Because I gotta have me a whole fleet of cars, and like I said, I have to go get me some property, and I would have to create some. I would just be setting it off that day. I would just be setting it off. Period. What did he say?
He's still saying the same thing. A crime is a crime, no matter what it is, no matter how sick it is. Yeah, it's still a crime. We're not saying it's not. It's still a crime.
What's up, bro?
Hey,
how you doing?
Fine. How you ladies doing tonight?
Good,
we missed you.
I missed y'all too. I'm so happy I can make it. Sorry, I'm late, but I'm happy I'm here.
We're happy you're here.
Yes, I had to leave off my other meeting. I said, "Oh, I hope they're gonna be mad," but I'm ready to go chill with my ladies. All right, got my little drink ready, and I'm ready to get in this conversation.
Look, you ready?
Okay, well, we want to know what your crime would be.
Y'all already talked about y'all crime.
Yeah, we talked about our crimes.
Okay,
we got more.
Go back and reflect on y'all's then, because I want to know what y'all want to do.
But I want to make myself president.
Oh, that's what you want to do.
Make myself president and change the game. I want to go in there and I want to change some laws and regulations and everything. I want to make it where it's an even slate for everybody that lives in the U.S. Real talk. Like I think racism will always be an issue because people make it an issue. But if we had better laws and regulations and it benefited everybody, I think it will smooth out a lot of the hate and stuff.
Right. It was.
Something that benefits everybody, not just one, but literally everybody. I want to make it where y'all don't have to pay property tax. If you buy something, you own it, it's yours. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Change the Medicare system to where you paid into it, you benefit from it. I would lower the retirement rate, the retirement age, because they keep bumping it up so you can't get your shit.
Sure do.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I would change. Food stamps, all kinds of shit.
And I said I would reverse the roles from the privilege, and I would go to every billionaire bank account, everybody that's living lavish in all these billion-dollar homes and looking down upon everybody. I would go to all their accounts and I would clean them out. And then what I would do is pay back I would pay back. It's not just for myself though. I would pay back reparations to all of our people. Anybody that's suffering, anybody, all the 40 acres of mule we were promised, we're gonna need that.
I know that's right.
I wouldn't. I will say this though. I wouldn't do it for every millionaire because some people really worked hard to get where they are. So I'm not gonna say everybody, but them crooked motherfuckers. Yeah.
I'll say
I told you, it's
every
two people.
millionaire
It's two people right now. I will go clean up shop on. I will clean up shop and I will destroy the entire world. I ain't gonna say their names because I don't want Facebook to ban me. But you know who I'm talking about. I will erase all their history and all their bank accounts, and I will make them as poor as they could get. Lord forgive me because I know it ain't right, but you know what? Somebody got to do it.
But here's the thing.
Let me be the criminal.
I personally think that it should be a sin to be a billionaire if you're not doing anything right with it. I feel like if you're a billionaire sitting on your pedestal, I don't care how you made it. Even if you worked hard. Here's the thing. If you're a billionaire and you can walk past a person that's on the ground and starving or eating out of a garbage can and you don't throw them, I don't care if it's $5, $10. You just walk past them like they're not there. I don't give a damn how you made it. I feel like they're human and treat people like they're human.
Right. And that's why I said this. I can't discount everybody because some people actually did it the right way and some people actually do that. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it ain't done.
Right. And I agree.
Yeah, but you know, for the ones that's crooked as a broken penis, shit. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Well, not necessarily a broken penis, because some of the crooked ones
right. Some of them broken. Some of them broken. Some of them broken. And I'm gonna be the one to tell them it's broken. It's broken. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. And that heifer before I came along to tell you that heifer that sat there and boosted that ego up, she lied. She like
Javante said, Miss Suge, you become a president and changing all those things. That's not a crime. That's something that can be achieved. And every billionaire and trillionaire is fair game. I say that too. They all fair game in my book.
Well, it is a crime today if I ran up in there and just did what I did. If I just put everybody out, it is a crime today. That's right. That's why I said if on the day that crime is legal, I would do it. That would be my prime time to be able to do it.
Yep.
It like I can just run up in the White House right now or the senator's house and just change shit up. So it would be a crime if I did it right now.
He said, hey, cuz this is the crime I would commit. He's going to tell you about Dubai. I would go to Dubai, rob all the trillionaires and billionaires and take the rest of it to America and have any gold bricks left, and I most definitely will take a rental and run people over. He want to kill everybody. He want to purge. He want to purge. That's all he want to do.
Well, I'm glad that all right. So we family. Let me tell you what I want to do. Well, I said, I'll take it back because what I do, what I think I would do, what I want to do, I wouldn't do. But I know what I would do. But let me tell you what I want to do. I want to take a couple people out of here. Ain't gonna lie. I want to commit murder. I'm gonna keep it honest.
You're in the same family.
That's that Virgo in her. That's the other side of that Virgo in her. I know what that is because I got it too. Don't worry.
These folks just got to go. I can't stand them. But
he said
that's not in my heart. That's not in my heart. So I can't take nobody's life because I wouldn't want nobody to take mine. And I'm just wanting to go when God ready for me to go. So the crime that I would honestly commit if crime was legal for a day, honey, I'm going to the biggest bank in America. And I said that.
I said I would go to the bank and clear the vote out, baby.
I probably go. And depending on how much time I got, I probably hit up a couple more.
You got 24 hours.
Oh well, yeah, I'm gonna be on the bank free that day. But that's the crime I would commit. I would be robbing banks.
And I know I got a couple people that'll come with me and do the right thing with me. So hey, I'm with the shit.
Cause I'm taking them up through there. He's still talking about killing. He said something about killing.
Well, we know what's gonna happen then. You already know they was talking about they might make the purge happen.
Now, they already have. In Louisville, they purged about 7-8 years ago. They purged in Louisville.
Get out of here.
We was just talking about that. Ask him. He was. They purged in Louisville. They sure the hell did.
What the hell? So it was like
that's why that TV show got canceled because people started actually doing it.
What the hell? They had the sirens and everything too, and the time limit.
It wasn't no time limit. It wasn't no sirens. These fuckers got together and decided, let's do it. And for one day, because you got to think the police can't stop everybody. So when they said, let's do it, they set a time, they put it all over the social media and everything. They said, tonight on this day, we're purging. That's exactly what the hell they did. I was listening to the police scanner that day. They couldn't keep up with them. They was everywhere. That siren was, I mean, the damn thing. Now there's a siren on the police scanner. It is like boo, boo, but it do that when like someone's getting hurt, when they're going to a murder or something like that. It'll make that siren sound on the app. So that damn thing was buzzing all night long because they was going nuts. I was telling them that they had one where the lady came on with a man. He came on and was like, there's a guy walking down Broadway and he's fucking a cat. Like they was doing outlandish shit. They was doing banana stuff. They was going nuts.
What in the world?
Yeah, Javante remembers. They was going nuts. We used to land right to the scanner. It was crazy. That one.
You know what? It makes me think about this video I seen today. I'm going off topic, but hell, fuck it. Look, here's this video I seen today where this guy walked up to this other guy. You would think he was homeless, and he was saying, "Hey man, you need some clothes?" And he was like, "What kind of brands you got?" And so he was like, "Brand." He was like, "Yeah." He said, "I know you think I'm homeless, but I'm not homeless." He said, "But I like brand clothes. So what kind of brand you got?" And the whole time this dude was talking to him, why was this man wiping his ass?
Oh my God.
Out in public, wiping his ass and then looking at the tissue, folded up and wiping his ass again.
Ew. That's nasty.
I cannot make this shit up. When I say they already purging out here, they doing the most craziest shit. I was just dumbfounded by that.
First of all, who's carrying on the conversation with somebody taking a shit? Let's start there.
He was standing straight up, wiping his ass, bent over, wiping his ass. Is what he was doing.
But who's
didn't you see him doing it?
He ain't no other choice. I mean, that's the first thing you notice in the video. And the guy never said that. He was just like, "What you mean? You like brand name clothes?" He was like, "Yeah, I know you're thinking I'm homeless, but I'm not homeless." He was like, I like brand name clothes like you do." He said, "What kind of brand name clothes you like?" And I'm like, "Dude, you still talking to this guy?" He started wiping his ass literally.
Ew.
That shit was crazy to me.
Guys, send me that video.
I gotta find it. I might want the video so I could just like I be in awe because I can't even think about it. I can't even imagine.
Right, that's why I want to see it. I want to see what was going on there.
I should have seen that video, I swear, but that was crazy to me. I was just like, this motherfucker is sitting here wiping his ass and looking at the paper. Who is that? What he say? That's what he say.
Yes, because it's true. They did it in Louisville when the Purge movie came out. Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah. We sit there was like, what the hell? Like it was real.
That is crazy. Yeah. Oh wow.
I believe that's why they canceled that show. You know, after the movie, they brought out a TV show. I just literally was watching the TV show again, like maybe 3 days ago. And it just like it was going into the next season, then it just stopped. And this was like, I want to say 2019 or 2020. It just stopped. They just stopped doing it. It just went off. It was
they probably tried to do something like that with Squid Games, and they probably ended up canceling Squid Games.
They should know that somebody was gonna try that shit. Yeah. You got motherfuckers out here right now. You got motherfuckers that even back in the day watch movies like Scream. Watch what's that real tall, slender man and so like that. I remember these two boys got they used to watch Slender Man all the time, and they wanted to act that out in real life, and they end up killing their parents, one of the people's parents or something. It was 2 young white boys that did that shit, and they got out Slender Man.
What is Slender? I ain't never heard of Slender Man.
I've never seen it.
Real tall, slender guy, looked like a skeleton, and he was like a monster. And they used to watch it all the time. And they did the crazy shit that they saw the Slender Man do, and killed up the whole house.
That's crazy. I don't even want to go search him up because he sounds scary.
Shit crazy. That's why I said motherfuckers out here purging every day anyway. They out here purging. You be amazed. It's more sick motherfuckers out here on the street than it is motherfuckers in prison.
Exactly. But you know what I've always said is people like they write these movies. That shit comes from somewhere. So
it comes from their psyche. It comes from their mind.
Right. So I'm like, just think about some of these sick ass movies we've seen. You'd be like, damn, who thought of this weird ass shit? You know, like I still to this day won't watch Saw. To me, that's some of the sickest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Hell yeah. I know. Even back when Stephen King, when he was making stuff like this shit is psychotic.
It's demonic. It's demonic.
Yes, very.
Yeah.
And
Wrong
I'm like,
turn. Wrong turn still mess me up. I be so
Hey,
scared.
I can't
take
watch
the wrong
it. When I
turn.
say I can't watch that, I cannot watch
because there's
that.
really some people in the country, even some Kentucky, Nashville, probably everywhere in the South, and probably other places, that some of them people really live like that. Because look
Yep.
at the blue people up in the mountains of Kentucky. They were
Yep.
real people. And you
Yep.
can't
Yep.
go there if you're
And
not
that shit
supposed to be
scares the
there.
life
You
out of
can't
me.
go there, and they really have blue colors, and they breed their own people. So
Yep.
that shit is real. That wrong turn shit came from somewhere. Everything comes from somewhere.
Yep.
Yep.
And the deformities and shit. That shit is crazy. I can't watch shit like that. That's just, first of all, let me tell you something. I live alone.
That's what I said. I ain't gonna search that Slender Man up. Cause I
Then
ain't
I'm
got
on
time to
solid
be
ground.
putting up people and
Right.
stuff at night. Ain't
For
got
a
time.
long time, I used to be scared. I would not stay. If I had an apartment, I would not stay on the first floor because I kid you not, that's how scared I used to be. Like, mm-mm, mm-mm.
That's so funny you said that because I live on the first floor right now, and I went to my rent office yesterday and was like, "So hey, listen, I really feel like I want to be on the third floor. I want to go higher." And she was like, "You really want to go higher?" I do, because number one, I like the metal, so I want to sit out there and look on my patio and look over some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm back here on the low level, and we have deer. I live upon the forest, is what I tell people.
I do too.
And when I tell you I could look out my window, see nothing but trees. So when I open my windows, it's like a bunch of spiders and spider webs because I'm so low, and then it's just ridiculous.
Mhm.
So no, I want to not be on the forest. And then sometimes you can be sitting on our porch, and Bambi will come up. And my daughter made a mistake and fed a deer one time. Do I need to tell you they keep coming back?
They looking for
Look
their
what she
food.
They
said.
want their food.
Yeah, they
So
looking
you
for
go sit on that porch, and you may have a family reaching
walk
over
up
the
with
next
some
over the
treats.
Oh my
and I'm
Hell
God.
talking
yeah.
about it's the patio's not that big. So I
Yeah.
can sit against the wall and do like this and touch Bambi. So no, I
Oh,
won't do
Yeah.
that. Is that it's not
I
big.
live in a duplex and I'm on the first floor. Let me tell you something. We got to worry about deer, skunks, armadillos, and possums. And a girl like me coming from the city to live in the country, baby. Let me tell you something. I ain't messing with no deer, skunk, armadillos, minks, and all that good stuff. And then how my place is set up is that there's actually a walkthrough.
mhm.
What do you say?
He said we getting off topic is what he said. I read into it. He said, now I know y'all can go deeper than that. If a crime was legal for one day, what would it be? Because we all over the place. We talking about armadillos.
This is just look. We may have started
ladies'
out
night.
with the illegal crime, but look, we're doing ladies talk, okay? We're
Right.
doing ladies talk. Don't worry
You
about
already
us.
talked about our crime.
Yeah, we already
You
talked
want to
about our
commit
crimes.
another crime?
Shoot, it's more interesting when it's random anyway. Don't play with us.
It
Like,
is. It
Well,
fall
I
is.
back,
guess
shorty.
since we got to commit another crime, what else would I commit? I guess
We
since I
said
got
we was
baby
breaking in Chris
fever.
Brown's house and he was getting raped. We already said that. Chris Brown was going down.
Yeah,
You missed that part.
Who raping Chris Brown?
we are.
I say
Well, so we must all gonna take him down then.
We,
I got
hey,
first. I got to have first dibs though, cause that's my
Nah,
house.
that was my idea. I got to have
No,
him first. I'm kicking down
well,
doors.
I
That
guess
was my
I'll
y'all
beat you
idea.
in
take
the
going
house.
back and forth about who go first.
I'm
Well,
beat
that's
you in the
all
house.
right. Y'all can find out who first and second, and I go last.
Well, you know it's all right. Y'all go ahead and have them. I'll be robbing them while y'all doing it.
She said
You
I'll
don't
be
even want.
robbing while I'm doing that.
I don't
I'm
even want
taking
his
them down the road of
merchandise.
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh,
There you have it. There you have it. I don't even want his merch. Well, I want his merchandise, but not the merchandise he purchased. Yeah. I like homegrown merchandise.
he look like he could do some
Okay.
things. The way he be dancing, honey, he could do some
Baby.
things.
Yes. I'm just saying.
Sensational.
Girl, don't get me started.
I ain't gonna lie. Even though I ain't done it in years, I would make weed legal everywhere, and I mean everywhere, not just certain places. Everywhere.
Why they playing with it anyway? Because it's all going to become legal eventually. Why they keep playing with
Exactly.
Well,
They
I
playing
almost
with it.
forgot I was back in North Carolina this weekend. I'm just sitting there riding down the street. And and then the GPS said, "Welcome to North Carolina." I said, "Lord, I done smoked all the way through Virginia." Forgot all about I've been left DC hours ago.
She said I done smoked all the way through Virginia.
So is it legal in North Carolina or not? I don't know. I don't smoke. But I mean,
See, I
it's
don't
weird.
understand because it's not legal here, but they sell it in like the stores.
Listen, I went up into the mall, Triangle Mall to be exact. Took my daughters over there. They went into this store, smoke store. They got weed every fucking where in the store.
Yeah.
And you could just walk in there and buy it. Like she bought vape pens and everything. So I'm
Yeah.
confused. If it's not legal, why do they sell it in the mall? I'm
As far
confused.
as I know, how does it work? Because I remember about 2 years ago, I was reading up on it. Because you can actually grow your own farm here,
Mm-hmm.
but it has to be a certain THC level. I mean, a certain THC level. I think it has to be like low in the THC side. You have to have of course they want taxes on everything. You have to get it
Mhm.
registered and all of that so you can pay your taxes on it and stuff like that. But
I
yeah,
just
you can
don't feel like
sell it.
that's real weed. I don't feel like it's
It's
real weed.
not.
But let me tell you something. I went to a store here one time and went in there to try to find something for my anxiety. And this girl told me, now this little Lyoya told me, she said, try the gummies. She said, because that'll help you with your anxiety. Your
Right.
anxiety. I was like, okay, cool. So I bought a jar of gummies.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, just take you one
Mm-hmm.
that'll get you where you need to be. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a weed smoker. I used to smoke weed real tough. You know what I'm saying? I was a
Mm-hmm.
connoisseur. I smoked so bad. It was ridiculous. I was like a camel. I stored that shit. So, but I haven't done it in a long time. So I was like, okay, I need something that's going to work me back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need nothing heavy. She's like, this will work just fine for y'all. So, baby, let me tell y'all something. I took one gummy
Mm-hmm.
and I gave the whole jar away. I was high for 3 days. You hear me?
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
I couldn't come
Yeah.
down off that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking a shower every fucking 30 minutes. I went to sleep, woke up, I'm still high. Off one gummy, I was high for 3 fucking days. You talking about somebody who was going through it? I was
I
going through it
believe it.
because I
And
couldn't
they
Oh
bring it down.
and
And
they
now
still
my
there
real
God.
too.
weed, you can eventually bring that down. But
Yeah.
that Delta 9 shit weed,
Yeah, it
baby,
makes you higher.
3 days.
That's line.
But that's
Three
what they
days.
have here. When I was talking about the weed that they have in jars here, a lot of that stuff has got like Delta in it or whatever it is. I don't know if it's man-made weed or what. But they sell the gummies and the candies and all that stuff. So
I
the
was
vape
scared for my
pen, what
life.
I'm telling you about the vape pen, like my daughter is a heavy weed smoker, my oldest daughter, and I'm here to tell you that she would get a vape pen and be good. She went and bought some of
I'm
that
telling you.
weed shit. She was good. They went
Three
and bought the
goddamn
candies and
days,
shit.
bless.
Good. I'm talking about they was high as motherfucking Gookie Bird.
Yes. I didn't know
And they
whether I
was
was
getting it
coming or
from the
going. I didn't
jar.
know whether I wanted to eat, cry, sleep. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was fucked up for 3 days. And then
Damn.
my neighbor said, you got any more of the gummies? Take the whole fucking jar.
Oh,
You can have it. You
She
can
said
have it.
them vape pens kill more than regular smoking. Listen, I don't know because
Yeah,
like
it's
I
not
said,
real
yeah,
weed,
but
baby.
them vape pens do. The pens that they talking, the pens that Miss Blash is talking about is THC pen.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what she's talking about. Yeah, then them vape pens, no, they something crucial.
yeah. I'm not talking about the
Mm-mm.
cigarette pens. I'm talking about the THC, the weed pens. And I'm here
Mm.
to
Yeah.
tell you, my damn daughter was
But
higher than two.
that damn Delta 9 raised my anxiety up. I was scared for my life. I didn't know which way to go. I stayed in the house for
Girl,
3 days because I was afraid to go out. I was afraid that if I went out, I'd fuck up something because I was gone. I was gone.
I can't
It's
believe I'm
like
about to
it was
talk
worse
about
than
this
Home
whole
Alone.
line.
Oh, come
Huh?
on with it. I want to hear it. Let's get it. I hear
And
it.
I hope the police don't come get me because this happened recently. Well, I ain't gonna say no names, but honey, I felt like I drugged somebody. I told my best friend about it. I felt like I drugged somebody recently, and I felt so bad. I felt so bad. This was just in October, and all I know, all right, the person deals with anxiety or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was telling me this because we went out for her birthday. And like I didn't know this about her because she seemed like she ready to chill, ready to party. We get
Mm-hmm.
to where we getting, and it's like she's like, "Oh, I'm ready to go." I'm like, okay. So we leave. Then we get to back to the resort. We get in the pool and jacuzzi. We chilling. We vibing. All of a sudden, she's ready to leave. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
She's
And so
probably
then when we get
paranoid.
back, right. So when we get back to the villa, we talking or whatever, and she's telling me about what's going on with her. And so I was like, you know what? Well, we gotta loosen up. I'm gonna give you a half of this gummy, girl.
Shit.
I gave her
Shit.
not even a half. I gave her a little piece. I said, my God. All I know, it
Mm-hmm.
went from her being herself to being quiet as hell, walking
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
slow. Like, I
Yeah.
felt so bad. We in a restaurant, we went to IHOP to eat. She threw up everywhere, right in the front door. Like, after she ate the food, I was like, oh my God. And she just walked
You
away.
believe it or not, sometimes, believe it or not, I was
Mm.
talking to a nurse about this. Sometimes we can bring out certain things in people that you have no idea. It can bring out that psyche side of you that's scary that you have because people react to things different. It's a chemical
Yes.
imbalance thing. So if
Yes.
people react to it different. And when I was talking to my nurse about it, I had went in for some light surgery. I was getting a tube removed because I had a cyst in my breast. And so in Tennessee, in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, at the hospital, they give you this pill that's called Marathol, and it has marijuana in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they use that to calm you before you go into surgery, before they sedate you. And
Mm.
I kid y'all not, I got a video. I made a video of myself. I was so geeked the fuck up. I didn't know which way to go. I was packed. And I told her, I said, I can't believe they let y'all use this shit because I don't know whether to be happy, sad, sleepy, hungry. I don't
All
know
over the place.
what to do. Like I was fucked up in that hospital. And she was like, yeah, she said, people like it. I said, I bet you do. She said, but it's sometimes shit like that. When you give somebody something and it throws their chemical imbalance off, you bring out a fucking psychopath and they won't remember nothing that they did.
Mm.
That's
So you gotta
crazy.
be careful. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful because you don't know. And I don't know if it was because it was in a pill form, because like I said, I used to feel kind of sore. But I was so geeked up, y'all. I didn't know what to do. My emotions was all over the place.
I believe
I was
you.
confused.
I believe you.
I was
It's
confused.
so crazy how it's like you said, how it affects different people.
It
It's
does.
just it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I think that's another great way. I mean, another reason why they probably won't make it legal, or
Yeah.
don't want to make it legal here in North Carolina or whatever, because of the fact they look at it as a drug. Because for something to be a drug, it has to be something that
Changes you
changes you
chemically.
psychological and mentally
But
Mm-hmm.
they
and
shit is worse than
physically.
just regular weed. I remember when you used to be able to, I know we shouldn't be talking about this, but look, I remember back in the day when I smoked weed, you'd get across the bag like this. And I can talk about it because you know why? It wasn't just black folks. All y'all parents back in the day was hitting a little joint or two. Let's be clear.
Honey,
They
they
was hitting a
still
little
do.
joint.
You would be surprised
That's
when
this
you go in the store.
exactly. You'd be surprised who you find out that I'm hitting a joint or two, a little blunt, a little blickety or something. They
Honey,
hit
I ain't
something.
even gonna lie to you. One day I went in the store. I wasn't even going in there to buy nothing. I went in there to go buy a pack of cigarettes. One knows who I see moseying in the store to go buy some flour? The
Mm.
landlord.
No, not the landlord.
I said, what? Honey, I know I better get free rent for 2 months. So
Let me tell y'all something. I worked in the hotel industry for 17 years. And when I say y'all, I know people's dirty secrets, baby. Because working third shift at a hotel, you will learn motherfucking secrets that you never thought that you would
Yeah.
learn on a random. It's people's secrets out here right now that I still got right up here that a motherfucker to this day don't know, but I know. It's some people that I know personally that I know and they don't know. And the only thing that protected them was the HIPAA law because I couldn't tell, I saw your man up here and I saw the pastor. Oh yeah, I saw
Honey,
two army
doctors,
men coming here
lawyers,
to
all
go.
that.
Huh?
Doctors, lawyers, all that.
All that, baby. Because
it'll make
I
it so
told Brett one
bad.
time, I said, I thought about writing a book called Dirty Laundry.
You'll be good, gonna do it. Just give it to us. We'll read it.
It'll make it so bad. We only going by what we see.
What we
So
see,
imagine what
what
you
you don't
don't
see.
see.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
believe it or not,
Exactly.
even though it seems like they try to make it out like black people do the most, honey.
Oh no, baby. Oh no, baby.
Honey.
And I'm
They
telling you,
just pay
I
high
know a
dollar for them.
lot
Get
of
the
dirty secrets.
escort services, all of that. Them
Oh
white
yeah,
men
we
that be
had all
cheating
that.
on their
We had
wives
all
and
that in the
having
hotel. And
The
then we ain't
maids
talking
and
about no rinky
everything.
dink hotel. I'm talking about I worked for Marriott, I worked for Choice Hotels. Trust me, baby, it's in there. It is in there. Yes.
I believe.
Escort
I
services, all
believe.
kinds of shit. You know how many damn men, businessmen come up in that motherfucker and I was a secretary slash wife slash everything, hold everything, and get slid the money to not say nothing. Oh, baby. You be amazed. You be amazed.
I'm trying
You
to
be
tell you, they gonna
amazed.
pay now. I
Uh-huh.
believe. I
I
Mhm.
believe.
believe it too.
That's how I know there's not one perfect motherfucker out here because I'm telling you, I've seen it all. I've seen it
Mhm.
all. And it's
Especially
like,
when you see them men
whoa.
sliding there with other men.
Honey, did you hear what I said? I had
Mhm.
army men come in there together. One come through the front
Them
door,
be the
one come through the
ones.
back door. Oh, I've seen some shit. I've
Them
seen
army
some
men be the
shit.
ones, honey. They used to be the
Mm-mm.
train store army men till I found out some stuff about them. They nasty. They
Nita, I'm gonna
nasty.
tell you this one story. This is gonna let me tell you something. This gonna be real good and juicy, y'all. I ain't gonna say
Ooh,
no names or nothing, but I'm gonna tell you the story.
okay.
One night I was working at the hotel.
He said not all of them.
Most
Yeah, you
of 'em.
too. You
Shit.
too.
You know, not all of them, but some, yes. There is.
Most
They out there.
of 'em.
One night I was working at the hotel. I had a guy call me, say he wanted to get room. He was coming in from a different county, you know. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, okay. He said he wanted a jacuzzi room. So he come in, I give him a jacuzzi room. Now the only jacuzzi room I had available was right above my front desk.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, he came in, I gave him a room. He said to talk to me for a little while, whatever. He said he went into the room, he called down, he said, hey, I'm gonna have some company tonight. He said, how do I let them in? Because at the time my door is locked, I had to buzz people in.
Mhm.
So I was like, just tell them when they come to give me your name and room number and I'll let them in or whatever. He was like, okay, cool, you know. So I'm sitting there a good 30 minutes later. I see these two big white boys come to the door dressed in drag. And I said, Lord, please don't let them be going where I think they're going. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the side window. They told me what room they was going to and who they was coming to see. And it was sure enough, it was that person. And this person had just got out of penitentiary. So I let them in. They went up there. About 15 minutes later, I hear the jacuzzi start up. And I'm like, oh, this shit. I'm going through it at the desk in my head because I'm like, this shit is crazy. Like, I can't make this up. You know what I'm saying? The shit I used to have to go through at nighttime, I used to have to call police all the time. When I say I could not make this shit up. So they stayed up there for about 2 hours. And then they came down, they left. So about 35 minutes later, this motherfucker called down and he said, now by this time he's comfortable because see, he done got knocked off. So he's comfortable at this point. He called down. Now I'm not Ebony. Now I'm like, hey, Eb. Oh, motherfucker that gave me a nickname. Okay. How can I assist you? You know, I'm having some more company. Will you let them in? Okay, cool. I'll let them in. I'm thinking, damn, this motherfucker could go all night. You know what I'm saying? About 40 minutes later, I'm sitting there and this big pretty chocolate girl come to the door. And I said, she better not be going where I think she's going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I go to the window. I said, can I help you? She said, yes, I come to see such and such a room, such and such. And my whole demeanor just changed because everything in me wanted to say, bitch, run.
Run for sure.
Run. Because if you know what I just saw and what I just heard, you will run. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I let her in. She ended up staying with him for the rest of the night.
Mm.
The next morning they come down, they go have breakfast. They say their goodbyes, they leave. Now I come in at 10 p.m. at night to 7 in the morning. So I come in the next night and I usually run through the system to see who's all still in the system from the previous night. You know what I'm saying? He's still in the system. So I'm like, this motherfucker's still here. What the fuck? What am I gonna see tonight? You know what I'm saying? Silence all night. He didn't call down. He didn't say anything.
He
The
won.
next morning, I'm there. Come down about 6 o'clock. I leave about 7:30. Depends on what I gotta do before I leave. Come down about 6:15 that morning. He steps off the elevator with this woman and this little girl. And I'm like, you know. So he walks up to the desk and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? Good morning." I'm like, "Good morning." They checking out. They're gonna go eat breakfast and stuff. He said, "Let me introduce you to my wife and my daughter." Yeah, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And let me tell y'all something.
That's
And
three words.
I sincerely mean this when I tell y'all this. Anybody who's watching, I tell you this. You got to know who you dealing with.
Amen.
This woman was married to this man, had a daughter with this man, and this man out fucking off with drag queens and other women. And she was married to this man. And I know she didn't know. I know she didn't know. And I ended up seeing him within that same year later on, and he told me his wife died. Because I asked about her. And he said she died. And what he told me was that it was some kind of medicine issue when she had went to the hospital and she was allergic and killed her. But me, wholeheartedly, I believe that she died from something else because he's out here with a whole secret life.
Yeah, she probably had AIDS.
And she
That's what I'm
was totally
thinking.
unaware. And she was married to this man. You see what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
changed me for the rest of my life, y'all. When I say, when you see something like that, when you experience something like that, and it don't even have to happen to you, but it makes you very aware.
Absolutely.
It makes you aware of how to move differently. And these
Mhm.
women out here got to be conscious of who they open their legs to, who they
Mhm.
leave their kids around, who they bring in their household, and all that, because you never know.
Nope.
True.
You never know.
Very true. Very
That's
true.
That
crazy.
shit was
Wow.
heavy to me.
It is very true.
That shit
Because
was
I used
heavy
to
to me,
work in a
y'all.
prison system, and I can tell you right now firsthand. I
The
worked
shit
at
that goes
Luther.
on in
Yeah.
there.
Listen, I worked at Luther Luckett. If you know anything about Luther Luckett
Oh
Correctional,
yes.
listen, I worked there for 2 years. And
Hmm.
when I'm here to tell you,
They did a
the
whole
gay,
documentary on Luther Lucky. You know that, don't you?
listen, no, I didn't, but I'm going to tell you something.
Oh yeah.
I worked there for 2 years, and I am here to tell you that gay for the stay is real. They would come in there and they would be in there holding hands with other men, kissing up on other men, and holding hands under the table when they eating and shit. They're considered themselves going on a date. But then when they call them down for visiting, their wife and children will be in the visiting room.
Yep. Whole nother
But
lifestyle.
their men, their boyfriends was locked up with them.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's real.
And
It's
you got
real.
to understand, some of them go back for a reason. It's not that they
Mhm.
couldn't make it out here. It's not that they couldn't, establish some type of life out here. Is that some of them get addicted to that lifestyle in there
Exactly.
in so
Yeah.
many different ways. And so
Yeah.
they intentionally make it to where they go back into the system and
Yes.
they go back
Mhm.
to
Exactly.
that lifestyle in there because
Exactly.
it's
Mhm.
much better because they can't live that
It's
lifestyle out here
easier. It's
afraid
easier.
of afraid of judgment. The shit is deep. It's a whole different world. It's
It
a whole
is.
different world in there.
It is. And you know
That's
what? It's
crazy.
not just that they're afraid of judgment. When you go out there, you have to pay rent. You have to become a support of society. You have to actually
Yeah,
work and do things that they don't
yeah,
have to do in there. Because in there,
yeah.
you got 3 hots in a cot in a cock, if
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
that makes any
Mm-hmm.
sense. So you
Mm-hmm.
still getting your sex. You still getting to hang with your bros because most guys in there are all hanging together. They all like family. They're like a brotherhood. So you
Yep,
got all your
Mhm.
homeboys, all your friends. You can fuck, you can suck, you can have. They
yep.
messing with
And
the
in there,
nurses.
it ain't no such thing as a secret society.
It's no. It's out with it. It's out with
Yeah,
it. It's
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 a
it's
whole nother
it's a
world.
whole nother world. And in
Yeah.
there, it's almost like it's okay. It's okay in
Mm-hmm.
there. But when you get out and
Yep.
you go, and then here's one thing I always said, even working there. One thing for certain and two for sure, ain't no condoms in jail.
Nope.
Mhm.
Understand me when I say this. There's no condoms in jail. So these
Mm.
motherfuckers is fucking and sucking raw.
Yep.
They in there with hepatitis, HIV, AIDS, the herpes. They in
Yep.
there
Well,
with some of that shit,
And they aware
and
that
they
they
are
have this
aware.
because the prison system does test them and things
They
like
test
that
them
and let
coming
them know
in.
what's going on. So they
mhm.
are
Yes,
aware of what they have and they don't
yes,
give a fuck.
yes. They're
They
testing
don't
them
give a
coming
fuck.
in, and they're testing them coming out, and they
Mm-hmm.
know
Mm.
it. Now, and I'm not gonna say everybody knows. I'm not gonna say everybody was in there gay because it wasn't. You got some
Right.
in there that'll tell you, right, I'll knock all your teeth out. You talk to me crazy
Yeah.
about that foolishness. You got some in there,
Mhm.
and I mean, strictly, they'll tell you straight up. And some of them in there fucking the nurses and shit. So
Mhm.
they're not worried about no other nigga. But then you got them ones that's in there, and I'm not even gonna say all of them on life, but you got some that's in there for life and never seeing the daytime again. They will never come out of
Yeah.
those walls.
Yeah.
They have nothing to lose. Then you
And
have
I
some,
ain't gonna hold you. It's a lot of the white ones that they turn out in there.
oh yeah,
A lot of the white ones
and the
they turn.
young black ones.
Yep.
Because I could tell you a story where I seen one young guy come in there. He had just committed murder. I'm not gonna say no names, but he had just committed murder. He walked in there with his chest poked out because he was Billy Badass. He was 19 years old, but he was Billy Badass because he just committed murder. What he didn't realize is probably 70% of the motherfuckers in here committed murder. So
Mhm.
you're not
And
gonna
some of them are lifers.
and some of them are lifers. Some of them
They ain't
committed
got nothing to
multiple
lose.
murders and have
Mhm.
nothing to lose. So when you
Mhm.
bring your little fresh ass in here, your little hood fresh ass in here talking that shit, them niggas ain't got nothing to lose and they can kill you 2 ways to Sunday.
They
You won't
gonna
think
tear
nothing
your
about it.
ass up.
When I
They gonna
tell
tear
you, as
your ass
God
up.
is my witness, and I will tell the story to anybody who will listen. I seen a guy come in there with that hard persona. He was in there. I went in there. I was off on some Saturdays and Sunday, but I had to be back on Monday. He came in there like on a Friday with that hard shit. No, I'm sorry, Thursday with that hard shit. Friday, that hard shit. I was off Saturday and Sunday. Monday, that bitch was over in the corner with his head down. I said,
Mhm.
"Oh, you
Got him.
quiet today." And when he was over there, he was sitting at a table with a bunch of white Aryans. I said, "Oh, they got you.
Yep.
They got you. Probably the niggas got you, and they shipped your ass over there to the Aryans. Probably traded you. Now they running through you. I can tell you
Mhm.
what it was. I'm looking at it." And I'm
Yep.
like, you went from rah, 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 nigga, ah, woo, woo, woo on a Thursday. Fuck these bitch ass niggas on a Friday. That Monday, that motherfucker was sitting over in tears like it's with his head down. Motherfucking white
Mhm.
man taking shit off his plate.
Yeah,
It's
that should
real.
be real. That should
It's
be real. That's
real.
why I say it's not just in there, it's out here too.
Yeah,
Cause
for sure.
I'm gonna tell you this last story. I kid you not, I had a guy come in with a group of guys. They worked on the railroad. No. Yeah, they did. They worked on the railroad. And so there's companies that guys do business with where they travel. They have to travel to different states
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and cities and stuff to do these jobs, you know.
Right.
They contract it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a guy who come, this group would come every year like clockwork. And so I had a guy that stayed, and some of them have roommates because a lot of them they get per diem, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, and they have roommates and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a guy that used to come down there and talk to me every night, and he was like, and he's on my Facebook. He know who I'm talking about. Cool, that's my dog. To this day, that's my dog. So he had got real sick, and he had to go home for a while. And I never told him the results of this because I couldn't, because I worked there. You know what I'm saying? But if he's watching, he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So I kid you not, he went home. He said, "Hey, Eb," a lot of them call me Eb, I'm be gone for about a week or two because I'm sick, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta go home for a while and I'll be back. He said, "But I need you to keep an eye on my roommate." He said, "Cause something's fishy about that motherfucker," like that. And I was like, "Okay, I will." You know, I was like, "I got your back." He's like, "Ebony, I'm not playing." He was like, "For real, when I come back, if you know anything, tell me." And I was like, "Okay, I got you," you know. So he left, was gone. The first night he was gone, I'm sitting there, I got cameras through the hotel, you know, so I can see when
Mm-hmm.
people get off the elevator, I can see when people leave their room, you know, coming down the elevator, all this stuff. So I'm sitting there and I look up at the camera and I see this. When I say I see this person dressed in all black, like the Omen, a black dress, a black veil, everything. And my thing is, I know what room he came out of. I knew it was a guy. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? So he comes down on the elevator, don't say nothing to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Walk past the front desk, and the whole time I'm looking at him because this is weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this is weird. Now y'all know out there in Shively, for anybody who lives in Louisville, you know right down the street from the Comfort Inn is the Louisville Peep Show.
Yeah.
You know what the Louisville Peep Show is, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it ain't nothing but a block or two down the road
Right.
from the hotel I
Right.
worked at.
Right.
So he comes down off the elevator. He walked past me, all black dress, all black veil, walk out the door, black heels, walk out the door. Now, I also got cameras on the exterior of the hotel, too. So I'm still watching this motherfucker. I'm like, this motherfucker go down there to the Louisville Peep Show.
Right.
So I watch him walk down the sidewalk, turn right, walk down the street. He goes down there. He's gone for about 2 hours. Come back. He come back past me, don't look my way. It's so eerie that it's just like, what the fuck? Walk past the front desk, hop on the elevator. I literally watched him walk all the way back to that room. He did it every day for a week. And I'm talking about 7 days. So when his roomie came back, of course, you know, he stopped, hollered at me. He was feeling better and stuff. He was like, so what's up? He said, because I really want to know. I've been waiting to get back. I want to know what's going on. Did you see anything weird? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, nah, I ain't seen nothing weird. He's like, you lying. He's like, you lying. I know you lying. He was like, I can tell because I can't lie. But I said, my facial expression will tell everything because I'm a Virgo. We are foundated on telling the truth. Our foundation is on being straight up. We can't fake the funk, okay? He's like, so nothing happened. And I was like, no, nothing happened. He said, you lying, and I know you lying. I was like, look, I said, I'm just be honest with you. I can't tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you nothing. When I tell y'all, I have been holding that in to this day, baby. But if you watching, that's what happened.
Oh my God.
And the crazy part is that he was also married and had kids, had a family. And this is what he's doing when he's out on the road.
Motherfuckers be weird.
And his wife don't know. You see what I'm saying?
Weird.
I wonder if they're still working together.
Weird as shit. I don't know. But you know what? I might hear him up and ask him, do he still work for that company? But I don't know, because that happened some years ago. And like I said, me and the guy, we still cool on Facebook. So, you know what I'm saying?
You should go him up and tell him what happened.
Hey.
Look, you don't want the company no more.
Yeah, you're right. I don't.
Right.
I thought about it, but I don't know. I was like, I don't know. But yeah, that's what happened.
These stories are good.
I want to know, baby. I want to know.
I would want to know too.
He told you wanted to know, so why not tell it? Just in case.
Because at the time I couldn't tell him because I worked years for that company. Right. So then like I could just tell him, you know what I'm saying? But people need to understand when y'all think that when y'all go these places and y'all do the things y'all do, one, y'all think somebody ain't watching you. Two, never forget there's somebody out there that knows your dirty secret because they paid attention. They paid attention. And baby, I got stories for days because I worked for 17 years. I got stories for days and months.
Yes. You are, we just want to let y'all know you are our entertainment. We watch you.
Oh, yeah. Hell to the yeah. Hell to the yeah. Shit.
So you think you're going to a hotel and nobody's paying attention? We are.
Somebody knows it.
Somebody watching.
Even if it ain't a solar site, somebody knows it. Like I said, if their hotel got cameras, somebody knows your shit.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Y'all make me want to go on and give me an old third shift job at a hotel part-time, baby. I
loved it. Honestly, I loved it till my time was expired. I had got robbed at gunpoint by 2 guys coming and robbed me at gunpoint. And I kind of knew towards that point that my enthusiasm that I had for my job, because I loved working in the hospitality. I loved working with people. I loved meeting people. It was going to expire because one of the guys that came in there and robbed me, I actually knew. I didn't know him personally, but I knew when he came in there from a previous time. And we had an altercation because he was upset because of the fact that I wouldn't change the rate. And around this time, this is when Walgreens and all that stuff in Louisville area was getting robbed. And so he came in there and we had an altercation, and I could tell he had like a chip on his shoulder. You know how you have somebody who has a demeanor where they don't specifically respect women and things like that. Like their demeanor's just really fucked up. And his demeanor was really fucked up. And he was mad at me. I could tell he was angry with me because I wouldn't change the rate for him. And everything that how he was talking to me and approaching me with it was saying, bitch, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that. I knew that. Well, months down the line, I ended up getting robbed, and they came in there at 4:00 in the morning with sunglasses on and backpacks. Of course, who's got sunglasses on at 4:00 in the morning? You know what I'm saying? And at the time, before I had got a police security guard there, I worked by myself. I was literally there by myself every night. So the Charlotte police was used to me calling them because I always had drama in the hotel. So they was used to me calling them and stuff like that. But this particular night, when they came in at 4:00 in the morning, one of the guys I did not know, but the other guy, I loved what I do. So I always made it a habit I knew my guests when they come in the hotel. I can tell by your demeanor, your attitude, whatever, how to operate with you as a person. I got really good at being able to pick a person's character just off conversation. You see what I'm saying? So that means I paid attention to details when it came down to people. Him, I never would forget him. I paid attention to details. I know how he was. I know his body structure. I remember his voice, everything. I would never forget that. I think I've been doing this for years. You know what I'm saying? So when they came in, and they both pulled the guns out on me, and he started talking. He said, I want all the money, bitch, and I mean everything. I knew instantly in my head
his voice,
who it was. Who it was. So, I gave them the money out of the drawer. It was $275. And he said, is there any more? And I said, I got quarters, nickels, and dimes. You want that too? And he looked at me. He just stared at me for a while he got this gun to my head. And I'm just like, it's just crazy, And then they just took off. And so when they went out the door, I slid my hand to the console and I dialed 911. I didn't even have to look at the phone. I dialed 911. And the police got there in 42 seconds. Well, I'm going to tell you something that was crazy. They got there, they timed it, they got there in 42 seconds. When they end up rewinding the cameras back the next day to see what all had occurred, because when they came, I told them everything that was going on, all this stuff. My boss came in, God rest his soul. My boss came in, he let me go for the rest of the night. I completed my work and everything before he even got there. Well, the next day when they ran the cameras back, come to find out, these guys were sitting at the time. I worked at Choice Hotel. I worked at Comfort Inn on DC Highway. At the time, it was in Shively. So at the time, there used to be a Ready Staff place that was right next door, and there was a fence line right there between our parking lot and their business. Well, when they ran the cameras back, they seen that they had parked on the other side of that fence line. And when the police came, they were still there, and the police didn't know. And they came with dogs and everything. And as you watch the camera, you can see them back out onto that side street before you get to that Comfort Inn with the lights off and take off. And the police never saw them. Never saw them.
You were right there where the apartments was behind it, right? With some apartments behind there?
No. Comfort Inn on DC Highway after in Shively. The way the parking lot is, you turn off the DC Highway onto the parking lot. The building over here is a building to the left. If you're standing out in the parking lot of the hotel, it's right in front of it because the hotel sits sideways. But there's a fence line, and then the building, this Ready Staff building, was facing the road. They was able to get, you work today, get paid today, is what it was.
Okay.
That place right there.
Okay.
And so they was on the other fence line, on the other side of the fence line, parked inwards, facing the hotel. So when they backed out, they couldn't even see their taillights because it was dark. So they backed out onto that side road and then they took off.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So shortly after that, and I had worked at different properties by then. When I tell you I worked at Courtyard Airport, I worked at Marriott downtown. I worked at Courtyard by Marriott downtown. I had worked at a lot of different Marriott properties and some Comfort Inn properties. But leaving from a business-oriented hotel, which is Marriott, to go to Choice Hotel, which is more like a family-oriented hotel, I worked for them for 5 years. So it got to a point where, at that point, I lost my passion for working with people in the hospitality industry. I had lost my passion for that, and I left that. And I didn't think that it would traumatize me the way it did. It's funny because I just had this conversation with my boo about this, but it's crazy because weeks later, that night they was like, "Are you gonna be okay? You gonna be all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." In that moment, you don't think that it affects you, but weeks later, as I had came back and working my way back into working, I went through a moment, y'all, where I didn't realize how it affected me, and I had PTSD because after that, every young black man that came to that door, I had fear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I never thought in a million years I would fear my own people the way I did, but I did. And so it was a process to get back into a routine of being comfortable, but not too comfortable in doing that, doing account
Right.
auditing work for hotels at nighttime, even with having a police security guard there. It didn't matter. Like, I still didn't feel safe. And it's because that was the results of that.
Right.
So
I
I
can
just
see
went
that.
on it. Yeah.
I can definitely
But
see
when
that.
I tell y'all, yeah, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. I've seen a lot of deaths in my hotels. Everything, like, it's heavy. It's really heavy.
Like
Oh, wow.
ODs.
Oh, no. I had a guy. At one property, I had a lady who came in. She had found out that she had stage 4 cancer and she killed herself in one of our rooms. Then I had another guy came in, and he had been separated from his family for years. And he came in, and they had got a room for him so he could spend time with his kids. And he missed his kids, you know what I'm saying? And he was a good guy, but he was homeless, and he was trying to get his life
Mhm.
together. And he was a
Right.
good guy. So his wife had set up some time for him to be able to spend some time with his kids and stuff. So they swimmed all day and stuff. I talked to this man. When I tell you, this man, he was just the happiest he could be. He hadn't seen his kids in 2 years. He hadn't seen his kids in 2 years. Happy
Mhm.
as hell. And that morning, about 3:00 in the morning, his daughter came down. He had a daughter and he had a son. His daughter was older. His daughter came down about 3:00 in that morning, and she said, I need help. And I said, what's wrong? She said, I need help with my daddy. She said, he's hanging in the bathroom.
He hung
Yeah.
himself in front of his kids.
Yeah. When I say I experienced a lot working in that industry. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed because you never know what a person's going through. And I mean, he was the most happiest all that day. Never would have thought in a million years that was going to occur, and it happened. Yes,
Wow.
it happened. So, I seen a lot to where it humbled me a lot.
Mhm.
Sure.
I know not to take life for granted, for real, because you just never know. I've met
Exactly.
people, and especially in Louisville, the crime is extremely high. I've met people coming there, I done hooked them up with a discount, be the coolest person I ever met. And
Mhm.
2 days later, like, it's the guy named Tyson. I kid you not. I met him one weekend, and he was the coolest guy. He was a guy who was on First 48 in Louisville that was accused of a murder that he didn't do. He had one eye. He was accused of a murder that he didn't do. I met him one weekend, and the next following weekend, they found him dead in a trunk. Yeah. Y'all, when I say y'all cannot take life for granted, you got to be cautious of who you deal with at
I'm
all
about
times.
to go to Louisville. Louisville sound like thoroughbreds over there.
Let me tell you
Well,
something.
I
Louisville's
mean,
like a baby Chicago. I don't know what the hell going
yeah.
on.
Grimy as fuck. Grimy as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, baby.
It's one thing when you come and visit when you're not from there, but when you from there, you know what goes down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what goes down.
I couldn't wait to get out that bitch.
Yeah.
I'll never go
Because
back.
that motherfucker that robbed me, when I tell you I seen his ass about a year and a half later after that, I seen him. He coming there with some little white girl. They was going to get a room. And I just so happened to be there during the daytime because at the time my boss was out for medical reasons or whatever. And he coming there, and I kid you not, the moment I seen him and he see me, he turned around and he walked back out of the hotel. And I politely walked out of the hotel and was standing in front of the hotel, and I was smoking a cigarette. And I looked at him and I said, you sure this is what you want to do? And he knew exactly what I was talking about because he knew in that moment when I said it to him that I remember who the fuck he was, that I knew who he was. You see what I'm saying? And he said, nah, this ain't what I want to do. And he came back in there, he got her, and he left and we went to another hotel. So it's 3 times I've seen that motherfucker in my life. The before, the middle, and the after.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think I'd have called Shavley and let it say, come on back on business. Here he is. It's the motherfucker.
Well, my boss asked me, I told my boss that he had came in there, and my boss was like, do you want me to call the police? You want me to do, we got her information and all stuff. And I was like, no, because I'm going to tell y'all something. At the time when I lived there in Louisville, I kid you not, I said, you will never understand how it feels to live in the West End of Louisville, how it feels to live in the lower end of town. you wouldn't imagine. And because of the fact that I know who he is, doesn't mean that stops the motherfucker. He can get locked up, but I kid you not, his family could come after me. Anything, you know what I'm saying? Because
That's
motherfuckers is
true.
ruthless like that.
They petty like that. That's
They
for sure.
ruthless like that. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Shit. Look, y'all, we don't went over our time. We gonna look. This was regardless of what the topic was, we had a good show tonight. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say.
I enjoyed it when I had my popcorn listening to these stories. Girl, it was good to me.
Go ahead, Mr. Logic.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, y'all. But we enjoyed y'all tonight. Hopefully, y'all tune in next week for the Ladies Night podcast. Because next week we're doing a topic discussing about who is the breadwinner in the household. Oh, yeah. How y'all feel about that? And what does being a breadwinner means to y'all in y'all household? So hopefully y'all tune in next week for that. We're going to go ahead and get out of here and hope everybody have a good night.